Good evening, lads. Welcome back to another one of my videos. It is AFC Joe here, and today I'm going to be giving my Bundesliga predictions for week 2 of the return of the Bundesliga. I've also got a guest today. We've got Billy. Go follow him on Twitter at BilboBCFC. Link will be in the description. And yeah, let's just get into the video. So let's start off with the Berlin derby then. Hertha against Union Berlin at Olympiastadion tonight. Hertha Berlin destroyed Hoffenheim 3-0 last week, and Union Berlin lost 2-0 to Bayern. A bit of a difficult game, but I'm backing Hertha to win 1-0. Union Berlin are pretty decent defensively, but I do think Hertha will just edge it because of the confidence that they will have had after beating Hoffenheim and moving further up in the table.
I think in the Berlin derby, Hertha Berlin, Union Berlin, I think Hertha Berlin will win 2-1. So we've got a better team. Union Berlin got a bit of a weak team.
Moving on to Saturday's games, and we've got a big game in the race for European football next season. Gladbach versus Bayer Leverkusen. Leverkusen were a little bit shaky against Rangers when I watched them play defensively, but they are full of goals, as with Gladbach as well. 2-2 draw. Kai Havertz is going to score twice for Bayer Leverkusen.
Gladbach, I think, will draw 2-2 with Leverkusen.
Now, moving on to Paderborn versus Hoffenheim, the league's worst team at the moment, versus mid-table Hoffenheim in 9th place. And I'm going to predict a 0-0 draw, a boring game, not a lot in it. Neither side scored last week. So yeah, 0-0.
I expect Paderborn will lose 2-0 to Hoffenheim. Paderborn just don't have as good of a team as Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim have got some good players and they play tactically quite good football.
Now, moving on to 7th place Freiburg against 17th place Werder Bremen. And I am going to back a 2-0 win to Freiburg. I was quite impressed by them last week. Their goalkeeper had a pretty solid game, and I thought they were unlucky not to take all 3 points against Leipzig. So yeah, Werder Bremen have been really poor this season as well. So yeah, 2-0 to Freiburg.
I think Freiburg will beat Bremen 3-0. Bremen have had an awful season.
Now, on to Wolfsburg versus Borussia Dortmund, the second place team in the Bundesliga and everyone's favourite German team at the moment. And I am backing Dortmund to win 2-0, and Haaland's going to score twice. They really need to win to boost their confidence before a massive game against Bayern next week, which could probably decide the title. So yeah, I think Dortmund will win 2-0.
I think Wolfsburg will lose 3-0 to Dortmund. Dortmund look quite good against Schalke.
Moving on to Bayern versus Frankfurt, the champions of Germany versus Frankfurt, who regularly challenge for European football. I think Bayern will have too much for Frankfurt here. Frankfurt have got a decent team, but Lewandowski, Müller and Gnabry will score.
I think Munich will win 3-1 to Frankfurt. Frankfurt have got a good team. They play quite good football, but they just aren't as good as Bayern Munich in any way.
Now, moving on to Sunday's league games, and we start with Schalke versus Augsburg. And I think that Schalke will struggle again here. They haven't won a league game in 2020. And they were really poor last week against Dortmund. They were really poor going forward, didn't really create much. And yeah, they'll struggle to a 1-1 draw. And I think that Florian Niederlechner will score for Augsburg as well.
I think Schalke drew 2-2 to Augsburg. Schalke were terrible against Dortmund. Schalke just didn't look like a real football team.
Moving on to another big game now, which I'm sure a lot of people will have their eyes on, is Mainz versus Leipzig, the second worst defence in the league versus a team with a lot of goals. I think Leipzig will win 2-1 though. They did struggle to finish off their chances last week. Mainz also drew 2-2 against Cologne after being 2-0 down, so I'm sure they'll be buzzing after that. But Leipzig will win 2-1. Timo Werner to score twice.
I think Leipzig will edge a 1-0 away win against Mainz.
Now, with our final game of the Bundesliga, we have got Cologne against Düsseldorf. Cologne will be very disappointed after throwing a 2-goal lead away to draw 2-2 at home to Mainz. Düsseldorf drew 0-0 with Paderborn as well. A bit of a disappointing result for them. And I think that Cologne will bounce back and will win 2-0.
And I finally think Düsseldorf will pull off a bit of a surprise win against Cologne. I think Dusseldorf haven't actually got a bad team. They just need to almost string a few results together, and then they probably win a few more. But I think they'll beat Köln 2-0.
Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe down below, and I will be back with more content. Make sure to watch my video on Sunday, what happened in football. And yeah, see you guys.